Sunrise.
6:48 now. Good morning, everybody. We are live from Capitol Hill with Representative Colleen Hanabusa with just hours to go before the end of the federal fiscal year and an impasse on the spending bill. Representative Hanabusa, what happens if the Senate returns what they're calling a clean bill with all the House amendments stripped out? What happens after that?
Hi, Howard. Well, they're trying to decide that at 2 o'clock when the Senate is scheduled to actually take action, and we expect them to table, thereby stripping everything out and sending it back to the House. The House Republicans are to caucus at 2 o'clock. So, you know, your guess is almost as good as mine. I would like to think that now that they've played their little antics, that they will pass the continuing resolution, the clean continuing resolution, which the Senate Republicans have agreed to. Majority of them, anyway, have agreed to. But that's what they're going to decide. And there's rumblings that they're going to try to amend again. But I think we'll be running out of time. So I would like to think that the cooler heads will prevail and say, you've had your shot. You sent over basically two different bills. One to delay Obamacare for a year. The other to strip to repeal, in essence, the medical device tax. But they're two separate bills that could have stood on their own. So they've had their shot, and hopefully they will see that the reality of it is people do not want them to shut down government over Obamacare, and that's what it's coming down to.
I notice just in the last couple of hours we have seen some House Republicans, as you say, indicate that they will vote for a bill that doesn't discuss anything except spending. But does it look like there are enough for something like that to squeak by?
You know, it's the price of speakerdom, and I've said that before. And what it really means is, if the speaker wants to, he could put the bill on the floor. They would be violating the Hastert rule, their own rule, but you know, they've done that. Like, for example, violence against women, when they took all the Democrats and took whatever we needed for the majority of the Republicans to join, but it has to get to the floor. So if there's at least the political will to do that, even with the fact that they would not have the majority of the majority supporting it, it could pass. So as long as I'm hoping the more moderate Republicans and the ones who have experienced the shutdown of the Newt Gingrich will pull together and say, you know, we've got to do this. It's the best interest of the nation. I think we'll see it resolved in that way. But that's what it's going to take. It's going to take political will. And a lot of people are saying this. Speaker Boehner's speakership is on the line for this.
And the Hastert rule, just to explain that, is not so much a rule as a policy that he's had, that he wouldn't bring anything to the floor unless he could get it passed just with Republican votes.
Well, no, not with Republicans. It's with the majority of the majority. So as long as the majority of the majority is in favor of it, they can bring it to the floor. And that's what, when, for example, I think with VAWA, the Violence Against Women's Act, I think it was like only 80 of them that voted with the Democrats. But with a solid Democrat vote, anywhere from, we had 192 on some, there's 200 if everyone is here. You know, you only need 18 more at that point. So that's what we're talking about, that is what they would have to do to bring it forward if they do not have their whole caucus in line.
All right. Our thanks to Representative Colleen Hanabusa speaking to us live via Skype from Capitol Hill. We'll continue to follow this for you.